Welcome to the City of Five Nations. We are the City of Five Nations podcast, 30 days of community building. I'm Daniel Shaughnessy, and my guests today include two amazing ladies who lead powerful institutions helping our community to prosperity. Lacey Holt of Legacy Parenting Center and Hanna of South Central Industries. These two organizations in the last couple of years have transformed our community, much due to the leadership of the ladies at the helm. And first, let's begin and bring in Lacey Holt. We'll get to know a little bit about Lacey and Legacy Parenting Center. Welcome, Lacey, to the City of Five Nations podcast.
Thank you.
How are you doing
Thanks
today?
for having me. I'm well. We're getting in a new routine of working from home with babies, and that's been fun, but doing good.
Of course, it's always a new day with babies, but during this time, how about you and your husband being able to be together so much more and being able to take care of your own family as parents rather than leading other parents to new knowledge and more knowledge?
It's been great. We're both so busy people. We like to go and do and be and do all the things. And so it was kind of an adjustment at first to figure out this new routine and just to really enjoy being home and being together. And I'm really glad that we live in the country right now because we've been able to go fishing almost every day. We go and hike the trails. We've somehow accumulated a lot of animals. So I currently have 6 cats, 4 of which being kittens that gave birth in the middle of all this. And now we have a puppy. So we're staying busy between 2 tiny humans and all these animals, but it's been good.
You know, I have a similar story when our kids were young, and now I lovingly say I don't have kids. I have adults. They're all out there. But so often, when the kids, one would show up with one, another one would bring home another. And one day, literally, Lacey, I woke up and we had our dogs had transformed from 6 to 11 dogs. I was nuts at that time. So I understand what you're talking about. But
one of the days I was on a Zoom call, I think it was a roundtable call or something with some other nonprofit leaders, and he walked down the road up the bridge. The boys like to go throw rocks off the bridge down the road. And they came back with a puppy. The neighbor, that's how we got the dog. But the neighbor's dog had a dog. And they said, "You need a puppy?" And I'm like, I cannot get on phone calls anymore. No more animals.
We multiply like rabbits in our pet household.
Oh, man. That's good.
Talking about that multiplication within our community, a lot of times people don't realize the problems that occur for new parents. We all, who are parents understand parental problems, but often there's a lot of people who need help on the proper way of parenting. And I know that is something that was true to your heart with Legacy Parenting Center. And I'd like for you to relay a story, if you would, for our audience, of a person or a situation that really epitomizes your organization, Legacy Parenting Center.
Yes. So we work with families, all different kinds of families, but we provide free parent education resources and mentoring. So sometimes the families come to us, they need help with diapers and they take the classes to earn the points. But sometimes the clients are referred to us from the court system. Maybe they have an active child welfare case. And this one particular mom, her children had been removed. DHS had removed her children. Well, it was one child at the time. And she had missed his birthday party because she was high. And she called us the day after and said, "I don't want to miss any more of my kid's life. I want to actually do what the court has asked me to do. Sign me up." So we started meeting with her every week to do parent education, build a relationship with her. We're not just about the education, but really just getting to know and be friends with these parents. And so she started coming every week. She completed all of the lessons, the classes, the tasks that we put in front of her. She was able to graduate from her drug rehabilitation program through Gateway, get a job, got a place to live. She had another baby in the meantime. And now I'm happy to say it's been probably a year and a half that we worked with her, and she's got both of her kids back. They have a place to live. She is going back to school to further her career, and we're just really proud of her. And that's just one story of the 160 families that we see every single month. And it's been really awesome to watch her grow and to watch the babies get to come back in her home. And that's what we're about: relationships, restoration, education. It's all hand in hand.
Well, and you say and you emphasize that that's just one, Lacey. It's so often easy to misunderstand because, I remember being misunderstood, and I didn't even realize that I was being misunderstood growing up and trying to protect myself because of environment changes and different things. And so often young parents struggle because they're afraid to ask for help. They don't understand perhaps how parenting is supposed to happen for their kids. Do you have something that relates to you perhaps personally that made you passionate about parenting and about helping others become great parents?
Well, I've always loved kids. I've kind of been an old soul my whole life. I'm the oldest of all my siblings, so I've always kind of been the leader and the parent to them sometimes. And but my first daughter was born in 2008. She had special needs. We didn't even think that she was actually going to make it to birth, but she did, and she lived for 2.5 years. She had a really rare genetic condition. I'm fortunate that she was even born and that I did get to experience life with her because she wasn't even supposed to make it. But really, my time with her introduced me to nonprofit world. We were part of Children's Hospital Foundation and became volunteers and advocates for them, but also just really recognizing how special healthy children are. We take for granted that you get pregnant and you have a baby and everything's fine and you're going to raise them up and it's going to be great. And sometimes that doesn't happen. That's not in the cards. And so her name was Lacey Holt, and that's really what she taught me, is just to have hope and to share hope with other people. And so my passion for working with families really comes from my time that I had with her and just helping people understand what a gift it is to have a healthy child. And it's hard. I mean, I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, and they're exhausting. I have a degree in this. I have a passion for this, and it's a really hard job. And so if you didn't grow up in an environment that was very loving or hands-on, it's not really your natural instinct. And so I just want to help families learn how to connect with their kids and just recognize how special it is to have a healthy, full of energy, exhausting child is actually very much a gift. It really is.
Oh, and what you relay about Lacey Holt, and I have to tell you that your name has come across my desk in conversations on a number of occasions, and all very, very positive. And, it's interesting because it always seemed when I hear of Lacey Holt, it's that you're giving someone hope. And to hear that story, which I had no idea about your child, that really struck me as you talked, that, wow, how interesting it is and how things move forward. And you're sharing hope with parents now, not just in our community, but all around the world with your story. And thank you for sharing that.
It helps. Kind of our motto in our family is just there's purpose in the pain. And it really does help to make sense of losing a child is not something I would wish on anybody, but if it happens, I would hope that people would be able to find purpose in the pain. And I really like everything I families and for our family now is just really because of the stuff I went through because of her. So there's purpose in the pain.
It's amazing. With Lacey Holt, director of Legacy Parenting Center. And if you have a question for Lacey or for our next guest, Tina, feel free to comment and we'll get to your questions if we can. Lacey, now kind of turning towards legacy, explain to us the mission of your company and why it's important to accomplish that mission. And describe to us what your company does, the process it takes to get it done. And also, I'd really like to know, Lacey, what your definition of success is for Legacy Parenting Center?
Sure. So our mission is to build, I'll give you the actual statement and then we'll talk about it. So our mission is to build stronger, healthier families through education, resources, and mentoring. And that's really accomplished through our Earn While You Learn parent education program. Clients can participate in free parent education, and they earn points every time they come for lessons, and the points are what they can use to shop in our Legacy store. So there's no government program that helps with the cost of diapers. So I would say about 90% of our families that come need help with diapers. And so they earn points when they come for their lessons, and then they can shop for diapers, formula, car seats, other baby equipment, clothing. You know, kids are very expensive. So our goal really is to build relationships with these families, to get to know them, get to know their babies, and just really be there for them. Sometimes if you grew up in an unstable environment, you may not have a lot of people, and there's just something to be said about having relationships in your life. And so it's really more than education and diapers. It's really relationships, friendships, and that's how you build trust with someone. So I would say success for us is when clients keep coming back. We don't want to just, of course, we'll help in emergency situations if they need help with diapers or things like that, but we really want to get to know them and build that long-term relationship with them. So like the story I mentioned earlier with Christina, and just being able to keep that relationship going and help her get stable and on her feet. I would say that would be how we define success, is just really to be able to partner with families. The reason we focus from pregnancy to age 5 is because that's the most formative years of a child's life. Think about how much you learn in the first few years of life, not just walking and talking and eating and all that stuff, but it's really the foundation for your emotional health and your development. And we really want to partner with families during those formative years so that we set that foundation, so as these children grow up, they could be contributing citizens to society, and they can have that kind of emotional stability and strength because their mom knew how to respond to their needs as a baby. And I could go off on a tangent because it's so interesting to me, but that's really what it's about. It's just those long-term relationships with these families.
And you're doing a wonderful job. I love the opening story and the client. It just shows that through the years, you've been able to establish a rapport with so many people, and your work is transforming our community. It's a beautiful thing. Well, I'm going to let you go backstage for a moment now, and I'm going to invite another powerhouse onto the screen. And this is Tina Hanna comes to us from South Central Industries. Hello, Tina.
Hello, everybody. Great job, Lacey.
Thank you.
Well, in Legacy Parenting Center and South Central Industry Retail Outlet, newly opened over by the Atwood Center, and we'll get the address right here, but it's over by the high school right in our business district. You guys have started a relationship now in which diapers can be delivered to Legacy for really just pennies on the dollar for the whole month long for a client over at Legacy. Talk to us a little bit about that, Tina, and what made that come to your heart to partner with Lacey.
So, Daniel, as you mentioned, South Central did just open a store, SCI Supply. It's located at 622 West Air. And when we opened that, we opened it right as this COVID-19 was really coming about, and people were needing to have emergency supplies. Our grand opening was scheduled for March 23rd, but we opened it early to be able to afford people an opportunity to come in and meet their needs. And what we started learning as people came in was that they were having difficulty finding diapers anywhere in the community. They were going to larger stores and everything was sold out. We also have some young mothers on staff, and they were reiterating that and telling me that they were having difficulty finding baby wipes and diapers. So even though that's not an item that South Central typically stocks, we immediately started reaching out to our suppliers to see if those were items that we could in any way purchase to bring to our community. And fortunately, we were able to do that. Around the time that we were able to bring these diapers and wipes in, we started hearing from Lacey that she was also having difficulty in getting her diapers supplied through her regular channels. And so we really wanted to be able to help support her nonprofit because we have already established a partnership with them, and we have many of our clients that go there on a weekly basis to volunteer and help package those diapers. And that's one of the absolute favorite things that our clients do, is going and volunteering at Legacy. And so that nonprofit is near and dear to our hearts. What she does is near and dear, and we just wanted to find a way that we could help meet their need during this time as well.
Well, that shows so much towards your leadership and your forward vision, Tina. You've taken SCI over the last decade or so to be one of the foremost anchors within our community, I sure believe, with the people that you help, individuals with developmental disabilities who so often are misunderstood. I was touched on a little story with Lacey about being misunderstood, but I moved so many times within my youth that I developed this look that was a look of kind of stay away from me, a real serious look that I didn't even know that I carried, but it was a protection mechanism for people, not to get so close to me. They might not know what I was thinking. And as I moved into adulthood, I learned very quickly that, hey, wait, I had been walking around very often misunderstood for who I was, meaning that I was very hard on the outside and unapproachable, but on the inside, I was just screaming to have relationship. And so often, I have noticed that we have trouble sometimes dealing with or just having relationship people with developmental disabilities. But your organization is changing that and helping all of us to become more comfortable with these working adults who are very much a blessing just to be able to talk to. Tell us about how you gained a passion for helping people with developmental disabilities in our community.
Well, Daniel, I appreciate everything that you just said there, because I think you did hit the nail on the head in that so many of us don't really know how to respond. And a lot of us grew up being told, don't look, it's rude. But actually what I think every one of them desire is that opportunity to be included, to be a part of the community that they live in. And so for me personally, how all of this came about is I was really raised in a family that the family business was giving back and was being a part of any kind of organization where you could help anybody. And so I had parents and grandparents that were in the education field, that were serving in special education at the time. When my parents moved to Shawnee, I think my mother got involved with just about every nonprofit that she could, and she still is involved with so many. My stepdad has served on the city commission for 16 years or more now. My brother was in the House of Representatives and is currently now with another nonprofit. My husband is president of the Kiwanis Club. So every one of us is just so committed to our community and how we can give back. But to tie it into exactly individuals with developmental disabilities, I grew up with a cousin who had Down syndrome. And he and his brother would always come over to our house. We would have big campouts and spend our summers together. He always entertained us with his deck of cards, doing magic tricks and everything. And that has always stayed with me, just being able to have a relationship with someone and see how we can benefit them. And I'm so thrilled to say that Robert is now living with us here at South Central. He's in our group home, and he also works for us and goes out daily to perform jobs for us. And so even though he's told everyone that he's my uncle, and so he goes by Uncle Robert here, he is truly such a big blessing to us.
Well, tell us about that. Tell us about South Central Industry. Explain to us your mission. Explain to us what your company does and the process that it takes to get it done. And then I would also like to hear your definition of success for South Central Industries, Tina.
Absolutely. So I'll kind of do what Lacey did. I'll give you the store-bought spiel, and then I'll go deeper into what that actually means. So South Central is here to provide vocational training and employment opportunities to individuals with developmental disabilities. And what that means is anyone with Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, autism. We have some clients that are blind, some that are deaf, that we are here to actually find work opportunities that they can perform. And then we have staff who are called job coaches that work with them to meet them at the level that they are, to determine what their true passion, what they would love to do the rest of their lives, and then to help equip them with those skills to do that. So sometimes we have groups that will work in groups of 3 or 4 together. Sometimes we have individuals that require a one-on-one job coach. But here at South Central, we try to find a variety of jobs that they can do and something that they really, really look forward to doing. All of our clients are paid. Most of them are paid minimum wage or higher. Some of our clients choose to do recycling, and if that's the case, then they are paid on a piece rate. But for the majority, most of our clients do want to be out in the community doing something. And so what that might look like is city beautification for the city of Shawnee and the city of Tecumseh, where we're keeping our parks and our right-of-ways very clean for you. We also have those contracts with ODOT, where we're doing the state highways and I-40. We have janitorial contracts where we have crews go out and clean local businesses. We also manufacture pallets for Eaton here in town. And even though that's probably one of my largest concerns when our clients are manufacturing those pallets, we do have great workers' comp insurance, and they absolutely love doing that job. We also, one of the main ways that we provide work is that we bring in tons of product that we sell. We sell these to state agencies all across the state of Oklahoma, and now we've started expanding to make sure that our community has everything that they need. And so that might look like any kind of janitorial product, including paper towels, toilet paper, gloves, disinfectant, especially now, trash can liners, bottled water, anything like that, copy paper, we bring in by the truckload. We warehouse it in many of our warehouses, and then we break that up into the quantity that our customers need. And we have a fleet of trucks that our clients go out with our truck drivers and deliver that all across the state of Oklahoma. So those are some of the work opportunities that they have. And then, of course, they do love to give back to their community. So they volunteer at Legacy, they volunteer at Community Market. We have a pantry here. They go to the senior center, and they deliver Meals on Wheels every day.
So as we bring Lacey back into this conversation, audience, can't you just tell why I love these ladies and why they are called powerhouses in our community? Tina, that is just so much that you do. And I'll relay, I remember when we started to get to know each other better about 2.5 years ago or so, and I came on the campus and I started meeting a lot of the employees. And I believe your motto at that point was whistle while you work.
Yes.
And what I thought of with the team was that, you know what, if every work environment could have this kind of attitude going on all throughout the day, this world would be a better place.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And now you guys say that again.
Her team comes on Tuesday mornings to Legacy, and they help us. We package our own diapers, so everyone gets 25. We can package them with our awesome shrink wrap machine. And her South Central team comes on Tuesdays, and they're always so friendly and so happy to be there and love to see the babies. And it's just a win-win. So we look forward. I'm sad because it's not happening right now with all the COVID stuff. But Tuesdays were one of the best mornings that we had up there for a long time.
I have to agree, Lacey. I love it whenever I come into a place and South Central workers are there. They are so friendly. They come up, say hello. We talk about different things. They remember conversations that we had in the past that I had forgotten about, but they are just perfect. It's so nice to have them and to see the work that you're doing, Tina. And then your partnership began, Lacey. You're talking about on Tuesdays, but now with everybody closed in, talk about what the benefits are with your partnership with SCI.
Yeah, it was really perfect timing that her storefront was opening, because she was able to get access she was the first one I called when all this went down. Like, I need some of your tornado cleaner. We've got to sanitize all of our playroom, all of our education rooms. And so we had already been making purchases through SCI Supply for the center ourselves. And then she contacted me one day and had access to some diapers. And so we rely on diaper donations. Last year, I think I ended at 85% of the diapers that we distributed had been donated to us through the community. And so we distributed 84,000 diapers last year to our families, and I had only bought like 15% of those. So it's really hard right now with everything shut down, and there's no diaper drives happening at businesses and churches and things like that. And so Tina's team put together an idea of doing a virtual diaper drive. She's got diapers at SCI Supply. We need diapers for our families. That demand is only going up as people are losing their jobs and losing their incomes and ability to go buy diapers. And so you can call SCI Supply and you can mention the virtual drive for Legacy Parenting Center. They've actually packaged them. So it's 100 diapers and a couple of packs of wipes. I believe it's $40. Tina, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
That's correct.
But for the $40 would purchase a month supply for a baby and for that baby. And then they deliver them right to us, right to Legacy for us. And then we make sure that sorry.
No, you're fine. What I was going to say was we'll put that link right to SCI Supply so people can just click on the link and they'll have the phone number to call. To get those diapers, Lacey. I know it's on your website as well. And Tina, talk a little bit about the opportunity for our area business owners, but also the households now with the retail supply. I've always been so impressed with how you guys take care of your customers in the delivery process, but also just from door to door, taking care of the businesses and individuals you serve.
Right. So we want to make this as easy as possible. And so you can go online and order from South Central. And Daniel, we can give you all of that information to post as well. You can call and place an order. You can fax an order. You can go down to the store and pick things up now. But you can also ask to have us deliver it. And so especially right now, while things are the way that they are, it might be easy for you to just call or go online and place that order and then let us take care of getting it to you. And so that's something that we offer all of the time, but we're seeing more and more businesses take advantage of that right now.
So whether you're a parent or you're just somebody who wants to give into parenting, or you just need supplies in your own home or in your business, these two ladies can help you out. Hey guys, thank you so much for being with us and sharing with us a little bit about your backgrounds and who you are and really what drives you in the passion of what you do.
Thank you, Daniel.
You've been watching We Are City of Five Nations podcast, 30 days of community building, and how fortunate we were today to be able to talk with these two lovely ladies. And tomorrow we're going to bring on another powerhouse. It's a tandem that has taken Shawnee Forward, what we basically know as our Chamber of Commerce, and taking us all to the next level. Shawnee Forward has implemented many new programs, and they're doing things now, even in this time, digitally, to help businesses move forward within our community. So we look forward to speaking with them tomorrow. And again, thank you to our guests today, Tina Hanna of South Central Industries and Lacey Holt of Legacy Parenting Center.
Bye, everybody.
Guys, we always end with the motto, together in the City of Five Nations, we build community, one season at a time. Later.